you ended up confronting, I believe, what's his name? Lilac Larry? Lavender Lords, right. Confronted him, gave him what for? You guys also discovered that the red and black tree frog you guys are looking at comes from a specific part of South America, where this Tectonic sent 20 individuals on an expedition. As far as the police are concerned, they believe that the first murder was of Pickles. However, judging by the state of her body of his wife that you just found, you realize that the first murder was most likely his wife. So you're in the room with his wife's body. She's in still pretty good, pretty expensive, fairly expensive lingerie. Candles looks like she was waiting for and expecting a romantic evening. But apparently, whenever he met his wife and he said, "I'm going to take your heart away tonight," she didn't realize that that wasn't a euphemism, but sadly, the truth. So as you guys examine the body, you notice pools of blood forming on the walls, on the ceiling, and on the floors. And out of these pools of blood, you start to hear little croaks, little grittings, as dozens upon dozens of poisonous red and black frogs start hopping at you. The door slams shut. And like I said, I know Cormac's downstairs.
Yep.
And I believe Mavis is with him downstairs. Is that correct?
Nope.
So where is Mavis? Is Mavis with the other two?
I thought oh no.
I don't know. So wherever you think you are is where you are.
I probably would have hung out with Dorothy.
All right. So Cormac, you see the door slam. You hear the croaks. No, you probably don't hear the croaks, but you do hear a door slam. And I want to say you've seen, door slam before in this situation. So like I said, there's no map for this, but what are you doing?
Did I see anybody touch the door?
No. You have no reason to believe that they did this themselves.
So, I don't think that they slammed the door, and I also didn't see somebody else slam it.
Right.
Can I try to open the door?
Yeah, sure. Hold on one second.
That would be my knee-jerk reaction.
I can't believe he's still eating.
All right, so you start to run up the stairs as fast as possible. Give me a strength check.
Just a flat strength check, huh?
Yep. Unless you had another idea.
Success.
All right. So you slam into the door. You start to pull it open. The other three, you're standing inside. You see the door start to crack open about the width of a toddler. What are you guys doing?
Where are the frogs?
The frogs would be coming from around the bed towards you. So I would say the frogs are still a good 5 to 7 feet away from you.
Are the Are they coming from under the bed, or like where are the frogs actually coming from?
They're coming from the walls and the ceilings and the floor.
Out of nowhere?
The ceiling, the floor, and the walls. Like,
Well, I mean, like where do they enter the room?
Ow.
Are they just plopped there, or like how did this happen?
oh God, let's see. So we are right here, right? Just to give you an example, let's say we were in this room right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the frogs would be.
And say if you give us a new page that's just got nothing on it, we can just draw boxes of lines on it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, yes, it's the same bedroom company.
That is a lot of Mavises.
I don't see any of them.
Yeah, I'm still on the old page.
Yeah, I didn't move you guys yet.
Oh.
Ron, could you take this? Whatever you like. The baby's talking to me. He's saying hello. Here. I don't know. Look at you and your bad self.
Yeah, you guys have seen this room before, but it's okay. Sometimes bedrooms look the same.
It's one of those model houses.
Exactly.
Yes, ancient, old-timey, custom-built Victorian houses.
Oh shit! It's not a giant frog.
That is a big
Sorry.
frog. Oh, thank you, honey. Would you like a glass
Still
here?
not that big, obviously.
Each of those represents a swarm of frogs.
Yeah.
Did they use swarm rules? I'm about to be afraid.
Sure.
Are they minions? Okay, so where are we?
Okay, so the door is right here. All right, so the door opens just a little bit. Jonathan, we're gonna have you start right here because you guys were looking at the body. And
Yeah, but where did the frogs actually come from? That was my question. I mean, I know
Okay.
they're in the room, but like, how did they enter
Listen,
the room? Like,
so let's say the first frogs come from the floor right here. One group of frogs come from the ceiling that's like here.
well,
And
I was more wondering, like, how did they like actually get into the room? Like through planks
the
or
pools
like?
of blood started bubbling out of the areas I was talking about. So when the pools of blood started forming, those frogs started hopping out of the pools of blood.
Oh, right, okay.
Which implies that they are of the blood.
these are not like, normal frogs.
Yes. I understand. And it's
Yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of frogs, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, well, let's go.
Go ahead and we'll say we got a good, I'm going to say that's 10 frogs per frog. So, yes, you guys are looking at about 40 frogs hopping out of, you're looking at about 40 frogs.
Well, I mean, we roll initiative or something?
Well, I mean, you don't
Are
know what
we-
the frogs are up to
Are
yet.
we fighting them? No, they're poisonous. Let's go away.
Yeah, I mean, I would just go to the door and just help open the door and just get out.
Did we
All
decide Mavis was with us?
All right, so Cormac succeeded on his strength roll. So I need to see whether you guys are fast enough to get to the door before we start moving. So let's start right here. First thing I need from everybody trying to get out the room is a dexterity.
That is not my strength.
You still succeeded.
Barely.
All right, good news. It looks like you guys managed to get out of the room. And you find yourself
I'm seriously good with just like boxes. You're in another room.
Yeah, you don't need to draw rooms and like set everything up and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just way too
Like
much
look,
work.
there. Now we're in another room.
Yeah, just describe it. It's fine. It's fine for me at least. I mean,
All
I
right,
don't-
cool.
I don't
You
know.
guys are going to start right here. Cormac, bring yourself down there. You're at the bottom of the stairs. So what ends up happening is, as soon as you guys get outside, you start to see another pool of blood come between you and Cormac. That means that this is here. These are stairs. Yep. You guys have a narrow stairway from.
That work? Like drawing on it for you.
All right, so those are the stairs between that yellow section right there. And as you can see, you have a pool of blood right in front of you. And you can start to hear the little crickets, sorry. You can start to hear the little gribbets as frogs start to pop out of, here too.
Oh,
What's the elevation change?
Yes.
Okay, so we are looking at a fairly expensive house. This is like a spiral staircase. In a normal home, this would probably be as high as a third floor. So I'm going to call this 20 feet.
Spiral staircase. Oh, that would look different.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, spiral
Yeah,
staircase.
so
Good.
that's spiral. And the frogs are spawning basically on the stairs, or is this like on
Yes.
the? Okay.
So you guys are what, running down? Okay, yeah, we'll call it like that. So you guys are running down the staircase while blood pools come after you. And while you're running down the staircase, legions of frogs are forming behind you and chasing you down the stairs.
Fair enough. Let's get out of here.
You can still hear the music playing as more and more frogs are. All right, so eventually you guys do make it down the stairs. When you look back up at the top of the stairs, what was 40 frogs is now 100 frogs, each of them with their eyes glowing red, staring at you. Only now they are no longer moving. The music continues to play, and then you suddenly realize that the frogs are croaking in tune with the song.
What is going on? Cormac, what happened?
Well, how the hell am I supposed to know? Can I shoot the frog?
Well, wait, hang on. hang on. They're just standing there, right? They're not chasing us anymore. Leave them alone. Why are you killing them?
I think we need the pest control.
Can I make an animal handling check to see if I think they'll attack?
Yeah.
Oh. Go to bed. Use the restroom if you need to, but go to bed.
So one of the frogs starts to hop at your hand, Dorothy.
James,
Give
I can't
me
right now.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, you try to shoot a frog, and you end up just shooting against the wall. That same frog that you tried to shoot jumps at Dorothy. Instead of being able to calm it down, the frog jumps onto her sweater.
Ah! I jump around and bat at it.
All right. Give me it's a Constitution.
Haha.
All right, good. You do not get poisoned.
Woohoo!
Is there like a fancy lamp above the frogs? Could I shoot the lamp down so they crush the frogs or something like that?
Sure. Go for it.
You're gonna
Awesome.
shoot the chandelier?
Yes. Let's try. Yeah, that's pretty
nice.
All right, that's a good hit. Good damage. I'm gonna need another shot though. Cormac can help you, or you can
Ask
do it
Daddy.
yourself.
I can do another one if you mind. Yeah.
Another hard
All right,
success.
so
man.
you do manage to shoot the chandelier. It spins a little bit. And it crashes down on the frogs. If you've ever seen like one of those old anime or like a Tarantino movie, pools of blood spray up from where the chandelier hit. Way more blood than should have been in the frogs. The blood floats into the air in a huge fountain, and then you see the blood form back into one large frog.
Whoa. Can we shoot it?
This frog is the size of a rhinoceros.
I throw my kneading needles at it.
Oh, I kind of want to. I just want to run, I guess. At this point.
I want to throw my knitting needles at it, preferably its eyeballs, and then I'm gonna run.
Okay, so you guys, the door is right here.
What is these things that are outside? What is that?
We can't see those yet.
I don't see anything outside.
Well, I mean these things, yeah.
I don't see them.
Okay. I understand.
There's a wall in the way.
Oh, let's run.
So am I not? No, I want to throw my knitting needles at its eyeballs.
Right.
Hold on one second.
It's a gut reaction, people.
And what do you do with all your knitting needles then?
Go get new ones. They come in all kinds of different gauges. I need pointier ones.
We probably should get some wooden stakes as well, just while we're on it.
Maybe a gun.
Or a gun, yeah.
I literally have a -1 to my damage.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Is there any furniture I can throw at it?
Sure.
I failed.
All right, but you guys were trying to open the door, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as soon as you open the door, let me see. So you guys open the door, and you notice 5 cultists standing outside.
Who was fastest? Who got there first?
Like, how do we recognize them as cultists?
Oh, they're wearing the same uniforms as the last cultists you guys have fought.
All right. Well, I threw my knitting noodles at somebody. I did not succeed.
We know for sure this is not Halloween or something where like people run around in costumes, right? So this is like
No, it's February.
Okay.
Is it Valentine's Day yet?
Yes.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow. All right. So as soon as you open the door, you see 5 cultists. I need all 4 of you to give me a dodge roll.
Uh,
A dodge roll. Me. Success.
Can I push this?
Yeah, if you push it, you are going to risk falling on the floor and skinning your knee or hurting yourself. That's the same for anybody who wants to push it.
Okay, I want to try that anyway.
realistically, I'm not going to succeed a push, so I think I'll just take my lumps.
Okay, Jonathan, you pass. Cormac, you pass. Mavis, are you pushing? Or are you going to stick with that? All right, so we're going to assume you're sticking with that. So Mavis and Dorothy, you guys both feel a warm, wet, slobbery tongue brush against your cheeks. Each of you end up with frog. Each of you end up with frog slobber and slime, whatever, on your shoulders, on your cheek. Each of you are covered in frog slime. You also smell bad. For the next,
You also smell bad. I like that.
for the next 3 hours, you will suffer a 5-point penalty to your appearance. However,
If you survive this.
yeah. However, he did miss you, which is good. But sadly, let's see, for this gentleman, the frog did not miss. So you all watch in, I assume, terror as a tongue comes out. Why am I pushing the control button? I'm still doing push to talk, but I don't have to. So as a tongue comes out from the frog and jabs right into the chest of this cultist, you look as the color leaves his face, and you can start to see blue veins and everything appear. He is having all of his blood sucked out of him.
Let's get the hell out. I'm pushing past these buggers. I don't care who's in my way. I will physically move them.
Like, what is the reaction of the cultists? Were they surprised that they see this
They
frog?
did not expect this. The cultists see that and they say, "Good Lord, brothers, they've summoned a frog demon."
Okay, so they are not responsible. That's good to know.
Destroy them before they let this madness out. So, Dorothy, you're the
Yes.
first one out.
Yes.
And the first 2 cultists are going to swing at you. This guy, sadly, is toast.
I mean, can I, like, push past one of them before they attack me? Are we in initiative fighting rules yet? I'm confused.
Yeah, we can go ahead and roll. You guys ready to go ahead and roll their decks? Hold on. Now, this doesn't actually have an initiative. There's no way to connect this to an initiative tracker. Or does anybody have any ideas on how you could connect this to initiative?
You
We
right?
can just put some. And we can just like roll, and then you can just edit the number.
You should be able to just click the token and right click on it and choose add a turn. Or control U. Is what's supposed to do it.
Yeah, I will just roll and then edit the number.
Yeah, that sounds fine. What did you roll?
I didn't roll yet, but I should be able to edit that myself.
So you rolled a 36.
I rolled a 64.
All right, that's a fail for what it's worth. So we will have you going, whatever that means. All right, did I get one from Mavis and Cormac?
Nice, Mavis. Nice, Cormax. Oh, I'm going to be screwed.
Well, you don't know what they got yet.
I know that I pushed myself to the front to get the hell out of Dodge. Dorothy be like, Frog! Ah! I'm gonna push you out of my way.
Maybe
So you're
maybe
saying
she
you
has
don't
an irrational
appreciate
fear of
being a man?
amphibians.
So, so after he has his blood sucked out, the tongue does wrap around the cultist, and you see him as he is drawn into the huge gaping mouth of the frog. It lets out a gribbet that sounds something like a mix between a gribbet and a belch. The cultists say what they said, and we are ready to go. Oh, good job, Dorothy.
Did I do something good?
No, they did something bad.
Oh, did I get past one?
You got past both of them because they don't get to take their turn yet. All right. So, Dorothy, you're just running past them at your full 8 movement, right?
My movement is only 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm running away.
Twice as fast as she is. This is pretty funny.
All right. Look, man. I'm used to using Crimson. Crimson's base speed is five faster than everybody else's sprint at this point. His base speed is 65. I'm can't get used to the slow world anymore. So let's see. You could flat out run and double your speed. You can only do that for I don't actually have the rule on that.
I mean, she's 76 years old, let's be honest. She cannot fucking run.
Yeah, so you could sprint enough to get an 8. It is what it is. That's going to get you.
You're probably not outrunning the cultists, but you could outrun the frog, which might be like the important part here.
I'll say that while you're doing that, the cultists are starting to close in on you, and that brings us to Mavis's turn.
So can I get to like there-ish?
You're probably about right here.
Where?
Yeah, so we're going to say that the cultist could still grab you by the shoulder.
Okie doke. I'm not very fast. That seems legit.
All right, so that brings us to Mavis's turn.
Woohoo!
Oh, shoot, I forgot to add the frog. That's okay, he has a terrible dexterity. Oh, no.
Oh, no, man.
The frog goes on the 85, right?
The frog has the same dexterity as me.
Well, he's giant, so that seems okay.
No, that frog rolled a 36. So he is going after Cormac. Jonathan will go before him. All right, Mavis, what are you doing?
Wow, I would argue that I am also running away.
Okay.
Because we're reasonable fucking human beings.
Because
So you
it's a
guys
giant
decided
frog.
that fighting a giant frog is not what you want to do with your life today. All right, that's fine.
After we just witnessed a human get consumed by it.
All vampire-esque.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm trying to run away, what roll is that? Is that another
Did I make Dorothy roll for that? I don't believe I did. I will let you try to run.
Yeah, you made the cultists roll to stop me,
Okay.
and they failed. Blah.
Right. So you can double. So if you want to sprint, you can double your speed right here too. I believe you're 40, right? 45.
Move rate is 5.
Right, but you're like 40, 45, right? Mavis is.
Oh, age 52. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Okay. If you're assuming you're in decent shape, you can do this. I'm gonna give you 3 rounds. You can do this at flat speed. Mavis, you sprinted. You're back down to 4 next round if you want to keep running.
How far do I get?
So if she got that far on her 8, you can get here. And we're gonna move this whole. We're gonna move this whole. Here we go. We're gonna move the whole box up a little bit. So let's see, Mavis is here.
That's Dorothy.
Sorry, her too. And Mavis, you got about right here.
Wait, so they got pulled
Dorothy's
further
coming
back?
along. Yeah, you guys are back here.
He's just shifting everything north.
Okay, that's all that's happening.
Wait, did Mavis overtake me?
Yes.
I would say that I didn't shove you.
You could have pushed me along, you know, like.
So yeah, you're running and you call yourself booking it, and then all of a sudden you just see Mavis right next to you, like, you gotta get out of here.
It'll be like that chase scene where I'm like tottering after someone and they're tottering and Mavis just like walks up to them like, dude.
Yeah, actually, it's exactly like that.
That was so good.
All right, that's your turn. You're just running.
Well, I mean, could I use strength or something to pull Dorothy along?
I'm gonna say you didn't think about it because you were too busy being scared of a frog.
Okay.
Maybe next round.
Can
All
I
right.
trip any of the cultists while I pass?
Well, you still have 2 cultists in front of you.
Can I body check one of them?
You're not quite close enough. You are only getting close enough to try since you sprinted full way. Okay, you know what? I will let you try a. We're gonna do grappling and strength. You have to. Sorry, we're gonna do strength and fighting. You need to pass both.
You are bones.
Well, fighting is just brawl, right?
Yeah.
Holy heck.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh no! By 2
2
points.
points. I mean, surely an extreme.
So you do rush right into his chest. I mean, you throw a shoulder pinpoint accurate right into his solar plexus.
Woo!
However, he just kind of bounces back a little bit and, shoves forward. He's just, you bounce off of him, for lack of a better term.
No.
I'm going to let you roll dexterity to see if you keep your balance.
Yes!
Okay, so you bounce off of him. You stumble back a little bit. We're going to say you get back right next to, get back a little bit right next to Dorothy. You guys are standing shoulder to shoulder right now. You are surrounded by 4 cultists, and it is Cormac's turn.
Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna punch this guy in the face.
All right. That guy's going to try to brawl against you. So go ahead and roll your, brawl.
Actually, I'm not gonna be that nice. I'm gonna stab him.
Okay, that's a success.
I'm feeling impolite.
He's going to brawl to see if he can stop you. Why can't I find brawl? Ah, here.
Damn it.
Oh.
So let's see. You had a regular success. He had a hard success. So he's going to try to see if he does any damage punching with that. And he does one
Really?
damage.
Okay.
All right. That's your turn?
I mean, could I get it any further away from the frog?
Yeah, you still have enough movement. You can still use...
Throw the cultist to the frog!
Unfortunately, he already swung. So
Meat shield!
Yes, you can use half of your movement left to move as far past him as you can.
Like,
That brings us to Jonathan. You are in a room alone with a giant frog. There are 4 cultists outside. You just saw Mavis try to body check one of the cultists and bounce off. You can see this one's actually pretty much a brick house. He may be a boxer or something, so you want to be careful. What are you doing? Oh, also you just had Cormac try to stab a guy. And that guy, when Cormac tried to stab him, managed to block the knife with his left hand and then get really can only be called a small right jab to Cormac. Doesn't look like Cormac's too bothered by it, but he's a little bit bothered by this guy's ability to shrug off his blow. Now it's your turn.
Okay, so I can leave, right? Like there's like nothing actually blocking the door right now, right?
Yeah, you can absolutely try to get the hell out of there. What is your speed?
8.
Okay.
So what I also want to, I think I want to shoot someone before I like completely go out. Like just open up the space to like give me room basically, and then get the hell out.
All right. So you can either use your full speed and take a penalty on your shot, or you can take your shot and go half speed.
Where would half speed bring me basically? Yeah?
So let's see. If you're 8, I would say 8 would get you all the way to the door from where you're at. 4 will get you here.
I mean, Dorothy has 4 and she got all the way out here, right? So if I should be...
Dorothy was the first one out the door?
Okay.
Yeah. So I more or less gave her a free move because she just ran as soon as she saw the frog. So she took that before combat started. If we're being honest, we'll probably say you're right here. So 8 would get you to where Dorothy is. 4 would get you, right here, right where Cormac is.
Right, okay. So... Yeah. Do I have vision on the cultists? Like where the door is like right in front of me, right?
That's a good question. I believe Cormac had to go outside to punch his guy, so those 2 are locked up right now. You'd be taking a shot while Cormac and him are locked in battle.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to hurt, like accidentally shoot Cormac or something. So I'm. I think I'm just.
The other one, you probably could take a shot, a pretty normal shot. Like I said, if you want to stay where you are, you could shoot this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't move. You can shoot that guy.
Yeah,
like
I think I will. I will just shoot him, and then like, can I still get like around the door, like standing like around the corner of the door? So
then... if you shoot him, you can still move forward, and that'll get you right here.
He wants to take cover, put a wall between him and the frog.
Okay.
Yes,
So
can I do that?
Can you make it out and make it to here? If you kill him, you can.
Okay,
Otherwise, you'll have to get right into melee with him. So the answer is yes. It's just if you kill him, you're not in melee with anybody. And if you don't kill him, then you're going to be jumping into melee with him.
Right, okay, so I want to shoot him then and then try to dodge behind the wall
Yeah.
of the... Okay.
All right.
Let's do that.
Roll for your shot.
Nope.
Miss. But you can still, he ducks. You can still move forward if you want to. So you can get out of a room with that frog who's coming up next.
Yes, I will try to still dodge around the corner.
All right. All right. So I'll let you get right here. You're fine.
Okay.
All right. So the frog is going to leap forward. About right there.
Oh no!
And he's going to do what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I'm not telling you who's 1 and who's 8, but okay. Guess what? Lucky day. Jonathan, guess what number you were?
2?
Nope, you were number 1. The guy you're in combat with was number 2. So that frog is going to miss. So both of you guys feel the slime on you. The guy who just dodged your gunshot, he's able to not get hit by this frog as well. So he's having a pretty good day. He's having such a good day that he's going to try to stab you.
Damn it. I would like to dodge that. Oh no, I don't. I don't need to dodge that.
So he was feeling good about trying to stab you, but he failed. Cormac, your guy is going to try to stab you.
That's fine. He ain't shit.
All right. Dorothy and Mavis, your guys are going to try to grab you.
How dare they?
Dorothy, yours misses. Mavis, yours does grab you right by the hips. This is the big guy who you tried to shoulder shot. So he actually only does like 1 bit of damage to you. But what he does is he not embraces you, but he bear hugs you. So he is grappling onto you like some sort of, boa constrictor, trying to squeeze the life out of you. That brings us back to the top of an order, and it is your turn.
It's my turn.
Yes, Mavis's turn.
Well, if I'm in a bear hug, I imagine that I'm going to try to wiggle away.
Yeah, you can also bop him. I mean,
Bop him.
Bite him!
you have knees, you have a head, you can headbutt him.
Well, I'm going to be a wild cat. It's going to be everything. Claws.
All right.
Mostly claws and feet.
All right.
Ooh, a swift kick to the shin.
All right, go for it.
Which one would that be? Brawl again?
Yeah, it will probably be brawl unless you have unarmed attack at the bottom of your sheet, which you might. Which you probably do. Yeah, roll unarmed attack at the bottom of your sheet, right where your weapons are. Oh, was that? No, that was.
I have. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
So you try to kick him in his shin, and the guy's embracing you, and he's squeezing you a little bit harder. You realize at this point that he's doing one of those extremely uncomfortable, kind of creepy hugs, where instead of just hugging you like a normal person, you can tell that he's trying to squeeze your breast against his chest.
What the hell?
And you see a weird, creepy slasher smile on the guy's face as he stares right at you as he continues to squeeze.
Is that better or worse than what's his face? Don, right? Was that his name? Don?
The husband?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don
She can't decide.
Don, Don
To
is
be fair,
arrogant.
Cormac hasn't touched. Cormac hasn't. I mean, not Cormac. Her husband hasn't touched her like this in years.
But how
All right,
presumptuous that this fool thinks he can.
what's he doing? What are you doing, Cormac?
Alright, I think I gotta try again. I gotta get rid of this guy.
Go for it.
There we go.
All right, that is a 9.
That is good damage, too.
That's very good damage. And yeah, you
You still
see
need
a
to roll. We need to roll for the cultist as well. Like,
yeah, but okay, that's right. So he is actually going to try to dodge that one. What happened? Oh, right. So he was actually going to try to dodge that one.
I like my odds.
Oh, God. I don't know why. Yeah, he failed. Like, I don't even remember what that was. Hey, Dorothy, then you and the cultists have something in common. So Cormac, upon getting dodged and getting caught in the jaw, Cormac turns from that, rolls with the punch completely, stares at the guy and smiles, grabs him by the throat with his left hand, lifts him about, we'll call it 6 inches off of the ground. Then he takes his knife, and you can actually see the edge of a knife come out just the point of the cultist's back. With a twist, he pulls it back out and drops the limp body of a cultist at the ground at his feet.
Can we make that in the doorway?
Okay, sure.
Meat shield.
Sure, you drop the cultist in front of a frog. You start to see the frog get really excited as blood pours out of the chest of this dying cultist.
Wonderful. Exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so can I
let's
move
feed the
here?
frog. What could possibly go wrong?
All right, that brings us to Jonathan.
So I still have 3 bullets left in my gun, and I want to shoot all 3 into this guy here.
All right,
It's
this guy's going to try to punch you while you do that.
yeah. So this is like I'm getting a penalty. Like, how does this work again? Like when I shoot like 3 times?
Oh gosh, so it's normal, extreme. It's normal, hard, extreme.
Okay, so I roll once normal, right? And then yeah, let's just start that. Okay, that failed. Okay, and then I need to roll twice and like take the worst, I think.
Yeah, so you roll next time, and that middle one has to be the middle number.
Ooh, he got it.
Okay.
So actually, he didn't. So the second one is good. The third one is not.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, the second one is good because you need it to be hard. The third one you need to beat extreme. So
All right. Get it.
All right. So you do 8 damage to him. He tries to punch you at the same time. You shoot him in the gut, and he's not doing well. He's just barely holding on, but you can see that in his eyes, he wants to take you with him.
Right. I want to like go on this side of him, like not like standing in the doorway, like nowhere
Sure.
close to the doorway.
All right. That brings us to the frog. So the frog is with one flash of his tongue.
Did I go that turn?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, you are the last one.
No. It's not up to you yet. Yeah, we didn't get to you yet.
I'm after the frog.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the frog with one hit does eat the other cultist. Yum. Nom nom nom. And the frog is trying to get out the door, but he's too big.
Good.
So you hear the frog croak angrily, and then one croak becomes two croaks. Two croaks becomes three, three becomes 10, 10 becomes 40, as the frog goes from his large size back into about 40 little frogs. Dorothy, you're up.
Dorothy runs away.
Okay, you just got to get past these two cultists, so you can get about right here.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. Run away.
Give me a dex roll.
Mm. Can I give you a survival roll? Actually, no, that's worse.
Hey, you squeeze right past them. They try to grab for you.
Yeah.
One of the little needles out of your hat. If your hat doesn't quite come off.
Oh, good.
Air.
I would go back for the hat.
No, your hat doesn't come off.
Okay.
You
Woohoo!
keep your hat on your head. You just kind of put a hand up to your head and you keep the hat right on there. That brings us to the cultist. So, Jonathan, your cultist is, well, he planned on taking the two of you and jumping into the mouth of the frog. In fact, I'm going to say that he doesn't notice that the frogs have turned into little frogs, and he's going to try to grab you, which he fails at.
Can I count?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I counter? Like, can I just push him away from me, like into the frogs or
Yeah,
something?
you need to do a brawl for that one.
Okay. Nope.
So you guys look pretty graceful. He's bleeding to death. You try to push him off on you. One of you makes this sound. I don't know who, but yeah, that's how that goes. As for Cormac, the other one, having seen what you just did to his seeing what you just did to his brother, looks at you, anger in his eyes. He says, "You murdered my brother! How dare you!" And then he's going to try to stab Mavis.
He's still gonna try to stab Mavis?
Me?
Damn. What an ass.
That's rude.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. He can't do that. I lied. I forgot he had Mavis gripped up. So forget what I just said. So he's going to point the knife at you, and then he's going to stab Mavis, like, right in the thigh.
What the hell?
And let's see. Does he do this? He probably does. Yeah. Mavis, he sniffs your hair.
Ah.
Uh,
I would assume she notices.
Oh, yeah, you notice. He gets right in there. He goes. All right, Dorothy, your guy is going to come down and he is going to try to stab you.
Can I dodge?
Yes. You can also try to fight him.
I think I want to avoid the stabbing more than I want to hurt him with my -1 damage.
All right, well, he stabs at you. Go ahead and roll me dodge. You succeeded. Yeah, you succeeded so hard that he completely fails. And Dorothy, you're feeling good. You're running. He tries to stab at you. You just duck right under it. You kind of picked up some moves from Cormac. So the same way you've seen him dodge an attack, hit somebody in the gut, you do the same thing, except you forget about the punch to the gut part. So you just kind of dodge.
She's just like, your mother would be ashamed of you.
All right, that brings us up to Mavis. Dorothy, I don't know how you fell off the initiative tracker, but I remember where you are. All right, so Mavis, what are you going to do? The guy's still grabbing on to you. He's sniffing your hair right now with his neck oddly exposed to you.
Oh, can Can I claw at his neck? I don't think she would be
You can
brazen
bite him.
enough to.
Yeah, you can
Well,
bite him. You can bite him. I don't care.
all right, sure. She's gonna try to bite him. Which roll is that?
It's still
Maybe
raw.
I
maybe
mean-
it's a vampire.
I could argue that's not unarmed. I mean, you're using teeth.
Okay. Whatever but it's still going to be a brawl anyway, so I don't think it's going to change much for her. Wait, do
Yeah,
you
I
have
think
any melee weapons?
No, just a rifle.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a brawl. Let's see what we do here.
What the
God.
hell?
It's a fumble.
All right. So you move back to go and you bite him on his neck. And just as soon as you go to bite him, he quits sniffing your hair, turns towards you, and catches your mouth and locks lips with you.
Ah. She's basically at this point screaming.
He gently just lost his brother.
I love that. But this guy really thinks you're into it.
Oh God! Screaming from terror. He's like, yeah.
All right. You're up.
Yo.
He's
Oh,
paying
man.
you mind, by the way.
He's what?
He is paying you no mind.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this guy.
Go for it.
My hero.
Well, let's see what happens.
Failed. That is rare. Damn it. I'm not
No,
doing
that's-
good.
So,
Crap.
so you try to stab him.
I mean, he's standing still. You should push it.
He,
Can I push it?
there's no pushing for attacks. I don't believe.
Damn it.
Aw.
So the guy pie faces you. So it's just like, get out of here, kid. I'm busy. Just kind of shoves you away. All right, Jonathan.
Okay, so since my pistol is now empty, I want to use my bullwhip and whip that guy that is on Mavis and get the whip around his neck
All right.
and get him away from her.
All right. So the guy who's next to you sees you doing this. He's going to try to stop you with his brawl while you do that. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your bullwhip, which you
Damn.
fail at.
It's a bad.
And he is going to try to he's going to try to stab you. So yeah, you pull out your bullwhip, you try to whip it against him. As you do it, you feel a knife scratch against your wrist. It's a sharp enough pain to kind of ruin the trajectory on your whip. It just cracks by the guy's ear. He smiles. It's not the first time that he's been dealing with a whip while doing things like this. He's kind of a freak.
I want to. I can move away from him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to move away from the house, basically. Not sure,
You got it.
like this.
All right. And that brings us to the frogs. They are all pouring out. They don't seem to take any action, except for they all seem to stop and looks like they're starting to hop towards each other. So after they pour out the door, it looks like they're hopping towards each other and on top of each other. That brings us to Dorothy.
Is what's his face still making out with poor Mavis?
Yes.
I want to punch him in the back of the throat.
Go for it.
It's like, get your hands off her, sir. So unarmed.
Sir.
Okay.
I love that I did 1 damage. It's so perfect.
All right. So you do pop him in the back of the head. So I am going to roll willpower for him. to see does he quit doing what he's doing. Or I could roll strength to see whether or not. You know what? Because his willpower is actually pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna see. Am I being nice or mean?
He's gonna think Mavis did it.
All right, Mavis.
I know he's gonna
lucky
think
day.
she was like
I'm gonna
stroking
roll.
him.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll strength. And if he fails, he lets Mavis
That
go.
is not a what? Okay.
Okay, so he lets Mavis go, and he turns around and looks at you with a wide-eyed smile.
I want to run away as much as I can with what's left.
I think you got up to him with 2, so you can get back to where you were.
Can I get on the other side of Cormac?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I want to do that. Put the big man between me and the attacking man.
All right. That brings it to Freaky Deek's turn. So Freaky Deek winks at you, Mavis. And then he looks at Cormac. And he is going to try to go around Cormac. And he is going to try to grab Mavis. Cormac, I will allow you to brawl. Not a knife, but I will allow you. Oh, actually, you could use your knife, sure. I will allow you to brawl against what he's doing.
Alrighty.
Keep in mind, he has got a 23 on that one to grab Dorothy.
Well, let's hope I do better. I got a success.
All right. Okay, so he tries to grab Dorothy, and he gets his hand right on her shoulder. And as soon as he does that, your knife goes right through his gut, and he falls down dead because your 1 damage was enough to make that 8 damage work.
2 down.
All right. So the other guy's like, "Oh, this is some old bullshit," and he runs up to you and he's gonna try to stab,
That's fine.
and he fails. Apparently, he has too many tears in his eyes from seeing all of his boys die. All right, Mavis. So we're gonna say this guy's standing right here, right? He's standing right here. You get up and you have your rifle in your hand. He's just standing there, not paying any attention. Unfortunately, you didn't get to kill the you didn't get to kill the guy who was molesting you. But hey, this guy's here. You got a rifle in your hand.
You bet your sweet ass I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, look at that damage.
So this is how it works. So he's coming up, tears in his eyes, and he's trying to stab Cormac. So what happens is, as he lunges, you get up from the ground, boom, blow his head clean off, and like a chicken with his head cut off, he starts swinging wildly at Cormac with the rest of a little bit of strength he has, and he just limply misses at Cormac as he falls to the ground, bleeding profusely.
Yay!
Are dead. The frogs, however, have formed back into a giant frog, and they are eating the bodies of occultists.
They're distracted. Let's run away.
So you guys are running away. After he eats the last cultist, they form back into little frogs, and they start dropping back into their blood portals, and the music stops.
We've appeased the blood god.
What the fuck was that?
All right, this isn't really a break, but this is a break, guys. We can do what you need. We can also talk it through. I'll have my phone with me while I do this.
All right.
What? Yeah, I'm cursing like a sailor. Like, what the fuck was that?
Is the other blood puddle still there? Oh, he's not answering. Yeah.
You're all dead.
Oh my god. The fuck? Guys, I thought we were just gonna talk to someone about some frogs.
I think Mavis had no idea what was happening until she was being attacked.
She was being something. I don't know if attacked is the right word.
Oh, well, some sort of being made very uncomfortable.
Are you okay, Mavis?
Oh my god, she would be so creeped out too. Just like when a smelly dog jumps on you and you're just like, "Bleh."
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that's about right.
I mean, honestly, I think I would react more vehemently to something like that, but I don't.
I think she's also being used to being treated like such a lady that like anything like that happening would be just yeah, it would be distressing.
Are you okay, dear? I'm like, I want to hug you. I hug you.
She's probably shaking and just like shaking her head, just like back and forth, like no, no.
So
Ugh.
unfortunately, you can't like kick the body or anything because the frog's eating it. And I'm gonna ask right now: has anybody here ever seen a frog eat anybody?
Anybody? No.
In real life?
Yeah. Well, not in real life.
I,
Well, you know what? Matter of fact, yes, in real life or the characters.
I mean, I've seen a frog eat a cricket.
Yeah. So, considering that none of you have ever seen a giant frog suck all the blood out of a human being and eat it, we're gonna have some sanity rolls from all
I
four of
failed.
y'all.
Who would have thought?
Aw.
I was just like, wait, where in the world you're gonna sit there and look at a frog eat somebody and not do a sanity roll?
So the ladies failed and the men succeeded, which somehow seems reasonable.
So you guys are just good with that, okay?
I mean, Cormac's probably used to watching people get dismembered. Because there'd be a certain level of, just kind of shrugging it off.
I've watched it, I've done it, sometimes by accident, but we don't talk about it.
I think the sanity roll represents this guy kissing you.
Yes.
I mean, I would say that Cormac has probably put somebody in a wood chipper before.
Yeah.
And Jonathan was in World War One. So they've seen some shit.
Okay, so we failed. What do I roll for? What do I do again?
You guys, what did both of you guys fail by?
A lot.
No, math is hard, guys. 15.
26.
Okay. All right, each of you guys roll me a d10.
Holy shit.
4.
Oh, you're not insane. That's good. Oh, but maybe.
Oh no!
Damn it.
All right, so
Okay.
first off, Dorothy, what number did you get?
A 4.
A 4?
Mhm.
Okay. You are afraid of frogs for 1d4 days.
1 day.
Okay. Not bad. All right, Mavis, what did you roll?
9.
9.
Yeah.
Oh. Mavis.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot why you hate your husband for the next 1d4 days.
What?
All right, so how many days do you like your husband?
1.
Oh, okay, that's... Oh, and you're going to like him on Valentine's Day. That's...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, but then it's gonna be Valentine's Day, and he won't get anything for her, so she'll be mad again.
Perfect.
We'll see.
Oh, God.
All right. So you guys leave the house. You did manage to discover that the first body or the first victim is most likely the wife of the professor. There's a lot of evidence that points to the professor being the person you're looking for. However, you were not able yet to discover where he may be hiding. So, what you know so far is that 20 people went on that expedition. You know, of those 20 people, I want to say 5 are dead now. The young man who you saw in the alleyway. Hold on, I gotta look at my screen. I have to look at my list of dead people. Yes, I have a dossier of dead people. Leave me alone.
I have a floor plan of a wizard's tower. I mean, it's all cool.
The cops have a dossier of dead people. Like, if you guys wanted to steal it, it was literally there to be stolen. But obviously,
I think we should.
We're moral individual. Well, Dorothy is moral.
I
Well,
thought
we
I
should
had
ask.
the dossier.
We should probably ask the sister if she knows where her sister and this professor were hanging out.
All right, that's a good idea. So you're gonna ask Priscilla if she knows where he liked to hang out with her sister. Okay, I like that.
Don't I actually know that?
You know where Priscilla is. Do you know where the professor would have hung out? You know where you have an idea.
Linton and his
Pickles-
wife were partying with Pickles. That's what I have.
Right. So, did you get the information for where they party? You know what? We're gonna say that Diethy's been talking to her long enough. You can try to catch up with Diethy. He probably has figured something out. He's a pretty smooth talker. Probably got that out of her.
What time is it? I mean, in character. In character.
Oh gosh. So let's see. I believe you guys went there like 5 o'clock. So we're gonna say it's like 5:45 at this point.
I mean, I'm pretty tired and I feel like I need to take Mavis home.
Could you look at my wound, Miss Dorothy?
Oh, yes. I would be happy to help.
Thank you.
I'll let you take the time to do everybody's wounds right now.
Okay, I roll a 53 for him. Who's next?
Just one back, right?
Yeah. You only have 1 damage though, right?
Yes. So I'm
Good.
I'm fine again.
Alright, who's next? Did Cormac?
Mavis is the most hurt. She had like 2 damage, right?
Alright, Mavis. I also succeeded. Okay, and then I don't think I took any damage, did I?
I believe you didn't.
Okay, what about Cormac? Did he take harm?
Cormac,
I think I got stabbed a little bit.
I got stabbed a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I got a hard success for Cormac.
all right. So everybody's right as rain, full HP. Good job.
Woohoo! I ran away and then kept people from dying.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, I punched a guy and made him drop Mavis.
Yeah, nobody signed up for fighting giant frogs. Not even the cultists.
We could also go back into the house now that the frog is gone and see if we can find any paperwork.
I punched Jonathan.
You'll have to convince Dorothy and Mavis of that.
Mavis is not going in with that back. That nope.
I failed at punching Jonathan.
I smack her on the nose like a dog. I reload my gun, and I want to go back into the house.
Hold on, Professor. What the hell are you doing?
Wait, it's dangerous in there. Look, the frogs came out of the blood pools, and who knows if there are more blood pools? You can't say that there
Well,
won't be.
I mean, as long as there's like a clear path to leave the house, I feel like confident that I can outrun frogs. So, so I feel like we should take a look. So if you could just open, like keep the door open, I can take a look around and maybe find something.
You should not do this.
Well, I think we have to if we want to find out what happened. We might find evidence where he's actually if he has like a house outside of the town or something like that.
We could just check the city hall records, okay? We can read the property deeds. We don't have to do this. I'm very good at reading records.
As I said, you don't have to come with me, but I should probably check this out. Maybe Cormac can come with me as well.
I'm not going to abandon you.
Okay. Well, then let's take a look.
Mavis is just standing there shaking her head back and forth, not saying anything.
But I can't abandon Mavis either. If you were a gentleman, you would see us home.
Yeah.
I'm being all haughty.
Right, we can bring you home after we search the place. I mean, we kind of need to take advantage of the daylight.
All right, Professor, I got you.
This is totally nuts. You're nuts.
Yes, that's me. And I go back in.
Oh.
Mavis wants to trip him. Is that a roll? It's a hinder roll or something.
It's still going to be a brawl. Well, if you don't have to do damage, you can just do brawling with no damage.
I would like to dodge that.
Yeah.
And I had a hard success.
Oh, but she got a critical.
Okay, so you don't trip him, but you do kick him pretty hard. Actually, no, you do trip him. So you trip him, but he manages to keep his balance enough to keep walking. He doesn't look cool while he's doing it. Jerry
Okay.
Annerly was the young man who you guys found in the alleyway.
Right.
And I said 5, but I just realized you don't know who all 5 of them are, so we'll say 3.
Okay, Mavis, come along, dear. Let's go get in the car. We'll wait for them out here.
She's hugging her rifle to her chest and just going wherever Dorothy is directing her to go.
Dorothy has an obligation to take care of her friend, so Jonathan is SOL.
It would be nice. It would be nice if you could just keep the door open. I mean, you don't have to come with us, but it would be really nice if the door would not like.
I'd pick up a rock and stick it in the door to hold it open. Come on, Mavis.
Wow.
All right. Jonathan, give me a spot hidden roll. What are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for documents like that might lead us to if he has like a second house or maybe some bills where he was like staying in a hotel or something like that.
All right. Cormac, are you in a room with him?
Absolutely.
All right, both of you guys give me spot hidden rolls.
Shame for you, because I'm really good at that.
Well, I made it anyway.
All right. Jonathan, you find... Okay, so Cormac, you're looking around here. There's a lot of dust on everything. You see a couple of nice plates, some nice jewelry. Nothing you could really flip. And also everybody's eyes are a little bit too wide right now, so you're not really in the mood to try to shove something in your pocket.
It's alright, I'm looking for frogs.
But you don't see much. You still see some of the ichor, you still see some of the slime from where the frogs were, but you're not seeing fucking clues or whatever these geeks are looking for. Jonathan, you see a picture, and it is a picture of the entire expedition team. You recognize the face of the young man who you found in the alley.
Mm-hmm.
You also recognize the face of, this guy, by the way. You recognize the face of Professor Ivan Tarsky.
That name is familiar.
Is it?
Yeah, that came up in the interrogation. Something, I'm not sure.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you already know he's dead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I told you.
Found in the basement of his residence with his heart cut out and drained of blood.
Okay, yes. You guys did
He
see the top
takes
of a
such
dossier.
good notes.
I don't
All
take
right.
notes. I just remember that.
All right, cool. So you do know so you see Jerry Adernerdly. Sorry, yes, Anerdly, not Anernerdly. I apologize. Professor Ivan Tarsky, they're both dead. You see two other names, and they have X's over their face. I should also tell you that Ivan and Jerry have X's over their faces. There's Gavin Stanwicks and Greg Grandersnoot. Both of them have X's over their faces. So you know for a fact that all four of them are in fact dead.
Which is kind of weird because this looks like as if he's coming back into this house, right? Like if he's actually like taking the time to because he killed them after his wife, so he must come back here.
That's a good point.
So I'm sharing that with Cormac. Cormac, I think this is a place where he's actually operating from.
You think one of these geeks is still alive?
No, I think the professor we are looking for is still using this house. Like, how would he otherwise, blank out these people on the photo? He killed them after he killed his wife, and that's like months ago. And the last one he killed was this young boy, and his face is already marked off. So he must have been here last night.
You think he's still here?
Might be.
Well, someone locked y'all in here.
Maybe he's in the cellar or something. We need to search the house.
Let's flip the house. I'm going to look for any way to a basement or anything sketchy.
So,
yeah.
I should say there are some pictures on this. There are some Facebook pictures without X's on them.
Yeah, I take all the pictures of the expedition members.
Okay, but one sadly strikes out at you. It is. Sorry.
This Maxwell.
Maxwell. Or, I should say,
oh. Wait, what? Edward Masters? You mean Edward, right? Edward Masters.
No, I mean Max. I mean his brother.
So he's related.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I okay. Well, now it's getting personal.
Is that the fifth member of the photo?
There's 20 people on the photo. There are several people who you don't know. There's a chance Jonathan might know some of them from his faculty and staff, so he might be able to point them to him. But this is the last absolutely familiar face that he sees.
Well, we should get the others and search this house properly so we don't miss anything. We need to find this guy.
Well, hold on, Teach. What is the significance of this expedition?
Well, he was in South America with these 20 people, and from there he came back and started murdering everyone. including his wife, who he killed, I think, before he actually started going on expedition. I'm not sure, but there must be something that happened to him in South America.
What were they looking for in South America?
Well, he sacrificed all these people like the old Inca, the old Aztecs did. So he seems to be deranged or something, thinking that he is making these sacrifices to appease to some kind of god. I think we found that out last time in the library. Can you Mike? Can you like remind me what exactly?
Yeah. Dorothy. Give me a spot hidden roll, please. Cormac, you too.
Again? Okay.
Yeah.
We're such as a house now. Like
hard success. Damn.
I just got a regular success.
I mean, I would search as well. Can I roll as well?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not even in the house, so.
Now you're looking at Max's picture.
Extreme.
That's a damn shame. All right, so you notice that each of these X's are a slightly different color of red. When you look closer, Jonathan, you realize that each of these X's are written in blood. And you're thinking that the different colors are due to each of these X's being written in the blood of the victim.
Yeah. Well, I share that.
You could share that. It'll probably sound fucking crazy, but yes, you may share that.
Yes. No, I would say these. But this professor seems to be absolutely crazy. He seems to have used the blood of the victims. Yeah.
All right, so Dorothy, you see a bunch of dollies. And by dollies, I mean the ones that you use to carry heavy objects or heavy crates. Basically, you see equipment that were carrying heavy things kind of out in a front yard. Like a forklift, but we're talking about things like forklift, crates. You see where dollies and heavy objects would be being pulled back and forth. Cormac, you see weights and scales, and you see equipment for measuring, weighing, and not ascertaining. Shit. What's the word for where you decide how much jewelry's worth? Fuck.
Appraising. Yes, appraise.
Appraising, thank you. And tools for appraising jewelry. And you notice a little logbook, and it has little jade statues, ingots of gold, lots of little gold coins with little Indian or Aztec heads or little weird gods you don't know of. So even though it looks like, of course, this guy got the knife and went crazy, you're also seeing what has to be worth a fortune of, evidence that there's a fortune of stolen treasure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I see gold. I'm taking it.
The only gold you see is I don't know. You see 30.
More.
Wait, you see 30. Should I do it? Yes, I will. Yep, I'm going to do it. You see 30 silver coins on the table.
And those are Aztec coins, correct? Just for my
Yes.
notes. 30 silver Aztec coins. All right, gotcha.
Totally not cursed.
Yes. Yes, I'm just letting you know, yes, you see 30 pieces of silver on the desk.
I'm taking them. I got my priorities straight. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I also found 50 gold coins that were supposedly Old West. Can I compare those? Is there any similarities at all? I highly doubt it, but
There isn't. At this point, you're a coin collector.
I mean, did you share that at some point with me that you have these coins?
Did I have the other coins? Absolutely not.
I could probably tell you if they're actually like real coins or something.
All right, I flick one over to you.
You would have seen him grab these, Jonathan, unless Cormac could do a was it that fast talk?
There's a stealth or a sleight of hand or a
Yeah,
I'll
sleight of
just-
hand.
sleight
I'll
of hand.
just sleight of hand. Like, you see me trying to be sneaky, but I still flick one over to you anyways.
Yeah, you were close.
Can I don't want to take them from him. I just want to make like.
No, you just notice that he's grabbing them. And you're like, Cormac, what's that?
Yes. Can I let me take a look at these? Maybe they are like maybe it brought more from his journey than we knew.
I won't let you use archaeology on them.
There were
Okay, hold
coins
on.
and jade statuettes, you said, right?
The picture, Jade statuettes are just pictures of them that they took.
Pictures. Okay.
Yeah, they don't have them here, but you can see that they were taken and cataloged. Hold on one
Huh.
second.
So the only physical treasure here is the coins, but they obviously
Right.
do possess the other shit off-site somewhere.
That's what it looks like. So your logic tells you that, okay, we can talk about people going crazy with knives all day. You see millions of dollars worth of treasure and a bunch of people dead. It's a pretty
Right.
open and shut story to you.
It's starting to make sense to me, yeah.
Is this like are these like normal coins or is this like some specific symbol?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you what God's on them. I just need to find the right one.
Whose house are we in? I'm
Professor's house.
The frog professor.
Who is the frog professor?
The one who kills
Oh, God.
everyone.
What is
Yeah,
his
his
name?
name is.
Tarkaskovsky or something.
His
Can I
name
get the
is
spell?
John James. I forgot his name.
It was like
I have it
4
on the-
syllables,
I think
and it started with a T and ended with an Ofsky.
No, that's someone else. But I think that's Walters or something. No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll figure it out. All right.
I'll put him down as Professor X, okay?
Yeah, I'll give it to you later. It's I don't have the module in front of me right now because we've already finished the setup for it.
Okay.
I was always scrolling up when I was reading his name, and now I can't scroll up high enough, so I can't say anymore.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm trying to. Okay, here we go. No. Okay, so you notice that shows a picture of the goddess Atlacoya, Altacoya.
And does she stand for something?
She is the goddess of drought.
There's a goddess for that? That's pretty shitty. Well, this is the goddess of drought, I say, and it's probably worth a lot, so you should keep it if you want to. Or put it into a museum. Maybe you give me 2 or 3 that I can give to the university.
All right, so Dorothy, you are checking out the tracks. You can see with your amazing spy skills that there were heavy objects wheeled through here. Your guess would be that they weighed anywhere between 200 and 400 pounds.
What could possibly be that heavy? Mavis, dear, can you focus, dear? Mavis? Mavis? Mavis,
Yes?
look,
Dorothy,
you're-
what are we still doing here?
you're good with machines, right? Can you tell me what made these?
What am I looking at?
You're looking at deep, deep tracks.
I point at some treads in the grass.
Well, that looks a lot like a dolly of sorts that's pulled by maybe a small donkey or a very heavy wheelbarrow or very small car.
Where did they go?
They
Uh,
go towards like a storm drain, not storm drain. Fuck. They don't go towards a fuck. They go towards a damn it, not a basement. That thing that you hide in from hurricanes.
Storm cellar.
storm cellar.
Yeah.
Also, I am incapable of tracking this, apparently.
So yes, you see that they go towards a storm cellar.
What's down here?
There are several. There are two powerful locks that look like they use a key, and there's also a powerful lock that looks like some type of combination.
So Dorothy, completely forgetting what she was upset and scared about, has decided that she needs to pick this lock.
Okay. By the way, how are you picking a combination lock?
Well, with Mavis's gun.
With a lot of time.
With
All
the
right.
butt end of Mavis's gun.
All right. So you guys are banging and banging, banging. Jonathan, and you know what? I'm not even going to ask for this. I will say that you guys find an address book. However, it is written in some sort of weird code.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I want
that
to
really-
I want to say something to Cormac. Cormac, with these coins, we might want to bring them to an antique shop here in town, because I think this professor must have tried to sell these things to someone. So we might try to find the person who was selling this stuff to. And with these coins, we could just behave as if we were someone who was trying to sell that from the same pool, basically, where he got his stuff from.
I mean, no offense, Teach, but this isn't really something you bring to a pawn shop.
No, I'm not saying pawn shop, antique shop, like where you would sell like antiquaries or something like that. Not pawn shop. I mean, no pawn shop would like give money for this. I
Gotcha.
wouldn't.
You guys do find an address book. It is written in some type of weird code. OOC. I need to create an address book with a weird code.
Okay. So it's not just like let us roll for it. We actually like get to riddle it out ourselves, or
Yeah.
what is this?
I'm going to try some. I usually stray away. I only like to do a little bit of puzzles, but I'm going to do a small code address book thing. It's not going to be super extravagant, and it won't be the only way to solve, the game, but it'll be there for you guys to kick around.
Mhm.
So we'll just say that the one thing you do see on the address book, or you didn't have time to make codes for these, are a bunch of crossed out names. One of them is an antique shop and it's been scratched out. One of them is a pawn shop and it's been scratched out. The third one is a guy, we'll call him Eugene Bronnelly. Cormac. Eugene Bronnelly is a middle-aged man who used to spend a lot of money with mud. He drinks, he grabs prostitutes, all of those sorts of things. When you were still young and in the organization, on occasion you would even wash this guy's car. Bottom line is he's not a criminal, but he is, in fact, a city councilman. So he's not quite up, to Congress. He's not quite up to senator, but he does have a lot of weight to throw around the city. You see his name and you see a question mark behind it. In addition to you washing his car. This is a guy that really likes to get his hands on expensive things that cost more than what he makes. He
Are there,
also,
are there more than 3 names there?
it just says Eugene Bronnelly to you. You don't know who the hell Eugene Bronnelly is, Jonathan.
No, I get that, but are there like more names? It's like there's like 2 shops and then this name, or is there like more?
Yeah, the rest of the things are wiggles, shapes, and numbers.
Right. Okay.
So the rest of it is all the coded stuff. But right here, like I said, we have Eugene Bronnelly. So Cormac, you know that this guy hangs out near City Hall. Sadly, it's almost over on Friday. That means we got Saturday and Sunday. This guy's not going to be back at City Hall until Monday.
Huh.
Unless you can remember where he lives.
Can I make a roll for that, or should I just ask?
Gosh. Jimmy might know.
I feel like I'd
absolute-
ask Jimmy.
Jimmy might know, but Mutt would absolutely know. Mutt would know for sure.
See, the problem is we haven't been able to find Mutt lately. And if I find Mutt, I'm going to have a lot of other questions.
Imagine so.
I mean,
So,
the moment
definitely.
he walks out the door, I'm going to ask him to open the cellar. You're not really going anywhere.
All right. So you guys are gonna. We'll say that you guys did find what you needed here. You have your address book. You have the photograph with possible victims on it. Obviously, you know where the bodies are. You can do with this information what you want. Keep it for yourself. Give it to the cops. Shove it up your butt. I don't know. Cormac, you have 30 pieces of silver with the goddess of drought on them. And you guys walk out and you see Mavis and Dorothy trying to bust open some locks. So let's start with the keyed locks first, and let's see how your lockpicking skills work on those, Dorothy.
Okay. Not good.
So you take your first hat pin, you kind of shove it into the lock. Unfortunately, this is a much higher class lock than a lot of the ones you deal with. You manage to get a couple of the pegs to go a little bit. When it comes down to turn, all those pegs kind of just come and slam right back down to where they were. This is one that might take an extreme expert in order to circumvent.
I push
Does
it.
it look like,
Try again.
does it look like we can shoot it open?
I got into Bernard's house. I can do it.
Sure, give it a try.
All right. So the push here, of course, is
Wow.
okay. Say the push here is that the thing snaps and jabs your thumb. That, however, doesn't happen. And when Jonathan mentions helping you by shooting it, you remember that you guys didn't have a great time during the fight. And every bit of your pride and honor goes into you focusing on this lock and getting it open.
I'm not some helpless old biddy. I am a spy.
That's very impressive.
All right. Sadly, we still have 2 more locks. One combination lock.
Okay, there's another keyed lock.
There's another keyed lock and another combination lock.
Okay, well I can totally try another keyed lock. I'm filled with bravado now.
All right.
Oh.
So you got a little bit too full of yourself, and you tried to go and get this one. This time your needle does break before you can get it open.
Well, shit.
But Mavis, what are you doing?
I would be standing there looking over Dorothy's shoulder, just watching her pick the lock, just probably a little bit traumatized in her grossness.
Okay. So you don't think it's quite time to pull out your other husband and try to take off the locks, right?
My other husband?
Your weapon.
Your rifle.
Oh, I mean, maybe. She would probably wait another minute to let Dorothy have her go, especially since she's feeling so
All right, so Cormac,
gusto.
with one of the locks gone, you can see like we'll just say that it's a normal storm door, right? Except each little hinge also has a loop on it where you can throw a lock on. Basically, she's taken out the bottom lock. There's still a middle one and there's still a top one, which is preventing you from opening the door easily or opening it all the way.
Gotcha.
It does look like on the bottom part you can pull it up a little bit. Nothing bigger than a kitten is getting through what you're able to open at this point right now.
Hmm.
Do we all see that?
Yeah. I don't know if all you guys have the same reason to assess it the same way. I'm saying Cormac could because he's used to hiding things in places like this. I don't know if the rest of you guys would necessarily pick up on that subtlety.
Can I try to reach in and feel around from the other side?
I mean, if we survived the war, we probably have some familiarity with bomb shelters.
Roll.
A straight roll.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like,
Extreme success.
All right. So, how do I do a feeling spot hidden?
I mean, you make a spot hidden and then you see how much that is.
Yeah, we'll just roll spot hidden. I mean, you're still
All right.
spotting hidden.
A hard success. Damn.
Good job. Okay, so you reach down and you pull up a mummified dog.
Oh.
Huh.
We're talking. Give me not you, Cormac. Give me an archaeology.
I mean, what if I wanted to do an archaeology?
Okay, sure. You can roll archaeology. yes,
Got a
you can roll
100 odds.
archaeology, Cormac.
I failed.
Okay, Jonathan, you may push this with the obvious danger being Cormac doesn't think you're as smart as he thought you were before.
Good enough. A success.
Right. So the first thing you say is, "Oh my God, that's a dog," and Cormac goes, "Yeah, I figured that much out." But then you point out that this style of mummification falls in line with Aztecs of South America.
But so here's an idea. Should we get... I mean, I'm not sure. At the time, when you change tires on the car, like you need this thing to like get up the car, right? Can we get this under this door and just lift this up with it?
A car jack.
Yeah, I don't know how the name is.
That sounds like that's worth a try. That sounds like an excellent idea. I like that. I will call that roll a... I kind of want to... I don't want to say mech repair. Operating heavy machinery, no. Okay. So I will... Do any of you have any repair skills at all?
No.
Anybody? No?
Doesn't Mavis have some?
Yeah. Mavis, you have mech repair, don't you?
Yeah. It's only a 20, but it's better than...
Well, it's better than everybody else's
Yeah,
zero.
10 is the default.
All right, here I
Yeah.
go. Oh,
All right.
no.
All right. So you're looking at this door, Mavis, and you say, we could probably jack it open. The issue's going to be we're going to make a whole lot of noise as this thing snaps, and everybody's going to hear us. Also, there's no way for us to do this without making it obvious that we've been in here.
But we've just shot at like several times at people and frogs, so not sure if that is louder than that. And no one came around, so I don't think that's the problem.
So, Mavis, what I will do is you don't like the idea, but you are willing to get a jack. All four of you are going to roll strength. You guys need to you guys need to collectively finish under a
65. So we need to basically have below 60.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Not 65.
Dorothy is super strong right now.
All right. So, Dorothy, you add 8 to it.
Nope.
Oh, did Jonathan just fuck it up for everybody?
He got a 79.
All right, let's see what else we got.
I mean, I succeeded, but
All right, and Mavis, what do you get?
We had 2 fails and a success and a hard success.
All right, so I will give you this. You aren't able to get it open all the way. You are able to get that second lock off, and you would be able to slide people in one at a time. So basically, it's a success.
Yay.
What size is Mavis?
I don't know. So I'll say you're able to get it open wide enough for you to each slide in one at a time.
Send the
So you
big one
guys
in first.
Sure. So you guys do slide into this storm cellar one at a time. When all four of you get in and climb down, you... Oh, wait, do we have a torch? Do we have a flashlight?
Yeah, I have a flashlight.
I have a first aid kit. It might have a flare.
Okay. Jonathan pulls out his flashlight, and you see so many treasures. Treasures from not just this expedition, but from several other expeditions.
Oh
It
my.
turns out that he has been funding his extravagant lifestyle by reappropriating treasures from other countries instead of taking them to museums, saying that the expedition was a failure. And in reality, putting these treasures on the black market.
Okay, here's an idea. How about we stay in here and wait for him to come back?
because he's gonna know we're in here.
Well, he doesn't know that we're in here. He sees like an open door, and he will like make sure that that not everything got stolen, or he will like at least take a look.
Correction, a busted open door, so he's either going to assume that we've pillaged everything, or bring a fucking gun and be expecting to shoot us.
I mean, he would probably just take a look if there's still something left that he can just take with him and just leave town or something.
Alright, so what are we
So-
talking? What's in this room?
So, no, what I'd probably do is just throw some gas down there and poison the rats in my cellar.
What?
Instantly
You
shoot.
guys hear a hiss as a gas canister tumbles down into the basement with you. And that's where we will end today.
Run away!
Wonderful.
All right. So, like I said, I'm going to get you the codes and stuff. I'm going to make up a code book sometime this week. I'll put that in everybody's journal. Right now, all four of you guys are in a little basement. There's a gas canister. I don't know how the fuck you guys are going to get away from that, but I believe in you. And yeah, gonna get a big list of treasures down here.
Who's wearing gas grenades on himself? Holy shit. This guy is like next level equipped, yeah.
Yeah, actually, you will find out there are some reasons for that.
Yeah.
Your dreams, I'll just say this. The dreams you had about your father weren't for nothing. As a matter of fact, we have enough time to do a quick one right now. You won't have any control on this one, but it'll just give you an idea. We are going back to the year 1886. Actually,
Okay.
I'm sorry, 1887. Your father is standing in London, and he's talking to a large man. He says, "Look, I trained these boys. I know exactly what it is they're all about. And I'm telling you, that one's rotten." "Well, you say he's rotten, but he comes from good stock. We're going to go and push him through." "You push him through medical school, then I'm telling you, he won't be curing anyone. He'll be causing a greater plague than even that bubonic one we had a couple of centuries ago." "Oh, you worry too much, Mr. Prize. Everything will be fine. He's a gentleman. Gentlemen don't do the terrible things you believe this boy is capable." So your father walks away. He eyes a young man who kind of smiles at him, and your father punches him in the jaw. He says, "I'll tell you what, I got my eyes on you. You shit too far, and I'm going to be there to shove it right back up your arse. Do you hear me, Jack?" And you wake up from your dream right then after your father in 1887 in London yells at a guy who he's trained to fight named Jack.
Was this guy's name Jack, like the professor?
Nope.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have mentioned your father trained how to assassinate people using a knife and specific parts of a human anatomy?
Like the Ripper, or what do you mean?
So your father does say to another guy's like, "Where do you think this little bloke's gonna hide?" "I don't know, Governor. Probably Whitechapel."
I mean, that's a nickname. That's not his real name, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still giving it to you that your father, that the knife that is connected here is likely connected to Jack the Ripper.
Okay.
All right. And that's where we'll end today.
Dang, Jack the Ripper. It's messed up.
Question's going to be, did the knife make him evil? Or was it an evil person with a knife? Or was the knife evil and an evil man took an evil knife? Who knows?
I mean, there are theories that Jack the Ripper didn't like stop killing, but just came to America after some time. Like,
Yeah, some people think it was a popular theory right now is that he was H.H. Holmes.
yeah, I don't think. No, I don't think so. I think H.H. Holmes is actually like pretty well like researched, like his lifetime. Like there's like documents about like how he grew up and shit.
One of the reasons they think that it could be connected is he was in London during that time.
Really?
And yeah. That's
You
one
sure
thing.
about that? I think he was like a insurance man, like going through the states, like, and that was pretty well documented.
He was in the States most of the time, but there's a theory, and like I said, I'm not Jack the Ripper buff, but there seems like there's a current theory that H.H. Holmes was in London during that season of 1888.
Hmm. Okay.
So it's possible. I
Right.
mean,
I mean, it's not really like the same style. Like he like killed his victims like
no,
very
not at all.
differently.
That's the main thing. But H.S. Holmes didn't necessarily have a style. He was as much a con artist as he was a serial killer. He was just kind of a prick. Like he
Yeah.
just stole from people, and then when he couldn't steal from them anymore, he killed them. He's
Yeah.
actually just a real fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
He's famous now, so.
Yeah. Do what you got to do. Fake it till you make it. All right, guys. Thank you for coming out. Hope everybody had a good time. Any questions or whatever, shoot me a private message. I will have that code book for everybody. And I guess first off, you got to get out of this gassy room. But you can do that.
Thanks for running the session.
Thank you.
Yep, had a blast.
It didn't die, so I'm gonna call that a success.
Yet. Still the gas.
It was a mixed success.
All right. Later, y'all.
Have a good night,
Nice.
guys.
Bye.